Welcome to this week's Down Him with Tina show. I am excited to have some of the 4-H members. We've got the Fairfield County Fair is coming up. It is my favorite time of year. I think those of you who are watching and you've watched my show long enough, you know that I love the fair. So we're going to also talk with the Junior Fair director, and he's going to share with us some things about what he does. And it's a big week, you all, for what he's got, and I'm excited to have that. But before that, Tracy Kelly with the Fairfield Medical Center Foundation, she's just going to share with you with some of the things that they do and how they're helping in the community and all that fun stuff. So just hang in. I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. You are watching Down Him with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Welcome back. It's Down Home with Tina. I have Tracy Kelly with me. She is with the Fairfield Medical Center Foundation, and we're just going to find out some of the great things that you guys have going on. Tracy, do you think that a lot of folks know about the Fairfield Medical Center Foundation?
I think our reputation has been growing in recent years, but we think that there's plenty of opportunity for more people to be informed about what we're doing. We're really lucky. We generate about $1 million worth of charitable impact for the hospital every year.
Wow.
Yes, because we have an amazing community, but we know that our community is continually growing, so we always look for opportunities to get out the word.
What are some of the things that you support, some of those programs?
Gosh. So one of the things that we try to do is we try to diversify our impact as much as we can within the hospital's walls, because we want to touch as many different lives as we can. So for example, one of the programs that we do that I love, we support vitamin D supplementation for newborn babies in the hospital. And not only is that a project that was supported by my board, that was a project that was supported by the Noon Rotary here in town. So, we're really blessed to be able to have those types of partnerships. We also do equipment purchases. That's something that we're pretty known for. Like 2 years ago, the linear accelerator purchase, which is about $1 million that we contributed. An EKG machine for our Millersport office. So we're always looking for opportunities to just touch different departments and touch different lives.
When you do partner with other organizations, what does it do for them as well? I'm sure it's a give, win-win.
Oh, absolutely. It really allows them an opportunity to touch lives, and lives that they know, because this is such a small and interconnected community. Mm-hmm. And there's this story that I love to tell that I think can be just kind of a great illustration of that. So one of the service lines that we support in the hospital is cancer care, of course. And we had a patient probably about 1.5 years ago now who came to the cancer care center. He had lived a life of poverty, so it was already known that he would not be able to pay for his cancer treatment. But over and above that, this gentleman had not been able to get routine dental care.
Oh.
You wouldn't necessarily see how these two intersect, but unfortunately this gentleman had infections in his jaw and in his teeth, and he couldn't undergo cancer treatment with active infections.
Which in most cases, I do believe surgeries can't even. If there's
Exactly.
anything, I just know this from family members saying, oh, they've got to check, I've got to get dental work done before I go in, and then it can hold them up from what
Absolutely.
is the bigger problem.
Absolutely.
Issue and health issue going on.
Absolutely, and in this case, this gentleman had no resources to pay for that dental care. And this is where I think FMC is really different than a lot of other facilities. I imagine a lot of other facilities would have told this gentleman that he needed to get that addressed and maybe he could contact his caseworker or something like that. But, you know, the FMC cancer care team would not let this gentleman fall between the cracks. They wrapped around him, they contacted local dentists, they found somebody that was willing to do it at an affordable price. Then they reached out to the foundation to see if my board would be willing to pay for that cost. And of course they were. And, you know, that gentleman was then able to get his dental treatment. He was able to get the cancer care needed to save his life. And, you know, those are the types of stories and the types of impacts that community organizations and individuals can participate in when they support the hospital.
Absolutely, absolutely. What are some of the programs that folks don't know about, that probably being one of them?
That is definitely one of them. You know, a program that I like to talk about that a lot of people don't realize is that we do scholarships in the hospital.
Wow.
And last year we donated about $45,000 to advance the educational dreams of people who wanted to pursue their education and who currently work for the hospital. And that may seem like a narrow scope, but when you think about the fact that we're the largest nonprofit in the county and really the largest nonprofit in our service area, there is a tremendous number of people and families that are affected by those people being able to pursue their dreams. And, you know, we have some amazing stories. I remember this is about 2 years ago now. We had a woman in environmental services, and she was working as a cleaning lady on the weekends, single mom, and all she wanted to do was be a nurse. That's what she wanted to do. And with these scholarship funds, she was able to pursue her nursing degree, and she is a nurse at the hospital. And
that's great.
Those are wonderful stories that people can participate in.
Absolutely. What has the year been like for you all? As far as, because I told you when I saw you, I was just like, you've been busy. I see you everywhere, which is a positive thing. Because you said it's nonprofit.
Yes, you know, it's good. It's busy, but it's good. You know, we're finally able to get back to our special events after the pandemic.
Perfect.
You know, we just had our heart and lung run, and we had a record number of participants. So we had 160 registered going into the run, but then people showed up day of, so we ended up with 190. And so that's incredible. And so, you know, the momentum just keeps building.
What are some of those events that you do have throughout the year, being that the hospital being a nonprofit organization?
Yes. So the one that we have coming up that we're really, really excited about is our food and wine tasting. And that is going to be Thursday, September 28th, 5:30 p.m., and it's going to be at the Eagles here in town.
Okay.
And we're really excited for that partnership too. But this one has an even kind of added on partnership component that we are so excited to announce. We're going to be working with GayFed Studios.
Oh, fun.
Yes, yes, and it's such a perfect fit because, you know, the hospital's 100 years old, over 100 years old, and we're so excited to support those community institutions, and so this is such a wonderful legacy to be a part of. And GayFed Studios is actually creating a commemorative stemless glass for our event.
Nice.
Yes,
nice.
It's going to be part of a series of 4.
And has any of those been shown or seen yet, or when are they going to be debuted, I guess I should say?
Sneak peeks of the design will be coming out on social media, so you can kind of keep an eye out for that. But you're not going to be able to get this particular glass anywhere else. It's really special to our event, and it's just going to be wonderful to have GayFed Studios there. They're going to be doing some education and talking about the history, and so we're just very excited about that opportunity.
So for the event, I'm sure folks will probably have to get tickets in advance?
Yes, they will. So those are actually already available online on our website. They're $75 a piece, and it might seem a little steep to some people, but we're going to have a wonderful variety of wines, tons of food. The food is so delicious, live music, and just really a wonderful opportunity to support an amazing cause. And
that's it,
you know, like I said, with some of these amazing stories that people are able to support, I mean, they're really making a difference with every ticket they buy.
Absolutely. And folks who are interested in giving monetary donations, because it is the foundation, it goes to help out being the nonprofit overall.
Absolutely.
How can they do so, Tracy?
So they can go to our website, which is part of the overall Fairfield Medical Center website. That's an opportunity for them to purchase tickets for events, also to make donations for area of greatest need or cancer care or any of our other funds. And if they want more information, our contact information is there as well.
Okay, same thing as far as volunteer opportunities for anybody that wants to be a volunteer for Fairfield Medical Center.
Absolutely.
For the foundation.
Yeah, we're always looking for volunteers to help us out.
Call up and find out where the need is, or you
Yes.
probably will put them somewhere, anywhere,
we would
if they're
be
wanting to volunteer, right?
Yes, we would be excited to connect them with an opportunity.
Tracy, anything else that we have missed today that you want to make sure we share with folks?
You know, I think I would just want to express my appreciation to the community. You know, we were so lucky as a foundation, as a charity. You know, even at the height of the pandemic, we were able to maintain our support for the hospital. And that really comes from the fact that the community cares so much about each other, about their neighbors, about the hospital. So we just hope to keep that momentum going, and we want people to know that we're grateful.
Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank
I certainly
you.
appreciate it. And good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. We're going to talk about Fairfield County Fair coming up. It's Down Home with Tina.
My name is Scott Duff, and I'm the director of the Fairfield County Overdose Response Team, and I'm here today to discuss Narcan. Narcan is the opioid overdose reversal medication. Narcan saves lives. We have saved countless lives in our community by providing Narcan to those with substance abuse disorders. We would very much like you to consider carrying Narcan on a regular basis. Narcan can be obtained easily in your community by reaching out to the Fairfield County Overdose Response Team at 740-901-1598.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have got with me Doug Shell. He is the Fairfield County Fair Junior Fair Director. That's not a mouthful.
Yes.
That's an important job, isn't it?
It seems to be.
Yeah.
After being put into that position, we found that it is.
Tell me a little bit, what is that? What does that mean, that position?
So the fair board's made up of different directors, and each of the director takes certain areas of the fair.
Okay.
So my basically responsibility is to help monitor and work with the junior fair to make sure all the junior fair shows and everything are operating correctly.
What does the junior fair consist of?
So the junior fair consists of many different things. Mainly, we got, of course, the livestock shows. You have the horse show, you have the beef show, pigs, sheep, and then smaller animals. You have the poultry, chickens, turkeys, rabbits, and then you also have all the standalone projects. You know, photos and sewing and all that.
It's all that.
Yes.
That's, to me, nothing against anybody else, what the fair is. I mean, that's what a lot of folks come to see, is what's going on when it comes to the programs and all of that. The livestock, the still projects, all of the everything. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff too, you know, like you said with the photography and the bakery and that. But I mean, that's the fair. Isn't that fair?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
You know,
to me, that is what the fair is. Not just the rides. I mean, some kids who don't participate in 4-H, but huge part of Fairfield County.
Right. And
that part of it.
And it allows the more non-rural people the ability to visit and see and kind of interact with animals a lot closer than just driving down the road and seeing them in a field.
Absolutely. Were you a part of the fair when you were growing up, or the 4-H program or any of that?
I was in 4-H for from 9 years old till college.
What were some of the projects, or what was your main projects that you took to the fair?
So my family was really involved with sheep mainly, but we also had pigs. We were involved with the open class pigs at the fair when we did have them there, and then we also showed cattle too. So pigs, cattle, sheep.
Did you have a favorite?
I like cattle, but sheep is probably more what we work with a lot more.
What was something, or is something about sheep folks don't know about? This is kind of a fun thing that maybe would be interesting.
I think a lot of people don't realize that there's two styles of sheep. There's a wool breed of sheep, and then there's a meat breed of sheep. So for the people that are using them for consumption of food, there are actually sheep that are better raised for meat purposes versus the same as there's sheep that give better quality of wool for clothing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So, which is good.
Yeah.
Because you would want the one for clothing, and you
Sure.
would want the one for eating. I mean, both sides of it.
Right.
That's a good thing. Interesting to know
Yeah.
as well. So, how many years have your family been involved altogether when it comes to the programs?
That's,
A long time. We could just say a long time.
I can go back. I can go back to my my grandfather, my great uncle.
Wow.
Probably 100 years or so. We've been involved with the fair, showing and stuff.
Did
Our
your
family.
children? You have children
I
involved?
have a son and daughter, and both of them went clear through 4-H.
Okay.
Same
Grandchildren?
thing. No grandkids
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. I wasn't quite sure.
Not quite.
Not
Yeah.
yet. Eventually, maybe.
Well,
maybe, right?
We have a wedding coming up September 9th. So
nice.
So we'll see.
Yes, we'll see. In time. Time will
Yes,
tell,
yes.
right? One day at a time. I tell myself that sometimes. Justine, you got to get through today.
Right,
Especially
yeah.
with all that you're doing with the
Exactly.
fair and stuff. So why and when did you get involved with the fair board?
Well, I've been involved with fair throughout with my kids and everything. My dad and mom were involved. Well, they're still involved with the open class sheep, ladies lead and stuff like that. So our family's really been involved with it. So about 8 years ago, I was kind of approached for the sale committee, and kind of got me as the chairman of the sale committee, and we took that and kind of ran, and then last year a few people approached me to they liked the way certain things were running, so asked me if I'd be interested in the spot on the fair board that is taken out of our township of the county.
Okay. And then you became the junior fair director?
Yes.
And then, so just because we only have a little bit of time left, looking at the 2023 Fairfield County Fair, what are some of the entry numbers looking like? Are they up or down this year?
They're going to be up.
Good.
We tagged in roughly about 800 animals this year for the fair. So it's going to be packed.
When does the livestock show start this year for the fair? The date and the
So
actual shows.
So the
themselves?
fair starts October 8th and goes to the 14th. The shows start Monday with the sheep or with the pigs, and just keeps. There's a show about every day.
Things going on all day.
And the important one is the livestock sale on Thursday, Friday.
Doug, what a big job. That alone, and then you said that many is a lot.
Yeah.
Which the sell is the meat, right?
Yes.
It's the animals that are going to market.
Yes.
That's what those sale is.
And that's where we support the youth. You know,
Yep.
That money goes back. It's not 100%, but I would say it's probably close to 97+% goes back to the kid that sells that animal.
Very good.
And they use it for, college expenses or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, for another project
buy
or more
another
projects
project
or
the
something
next
like
year.
that.
Sure.
Yeah. What would you like to share with folks before we get out of here? What's the number one thing about the fair that you would like to share? It's
Just
important.
like to see the attendance up. Love to see them in the barns. We know we're coming off of a crazy time with the COVID and stuff, but the fair's going to be active, and it's going to be a fun time.
Best fair ever, right, Doug?
Absolutely.
Doug, thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you.
Good luck this year. Folks, don't go
Okay.
anywhere. We've got a couple of 4-H'ers coming up. It's Down Here with Tina.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
It's Down Him with Tina, and I have Gabby with me. She is with the 4-H Club golden clovers.
Yes.
How are you, Gabby?
I'm doing well.
Are you ready for the fair? I know it's not quite here yet, so what school do you attend?
I attend Lancaster, but I'm dual enrolled into Columbus State.
Oh, you are? Well, good for you. Yeah, I love to hear that when students are doing the college credit courses in school and everything. So how many years have you been in 4-H?
I've been in 4-H for 8 or 9 years now.
Wow. Yeah, what is the first project, if you remember, that you did?
Sewing.
Sewing, okay. And what projects have you done since? And it may be too many to
I've
mention.
taken multiple still projects, and then I show rabbits and chickens.
You show rabbits and chickens. Is that what you're taking this year?
Yes.
As well? So how many projects this year?
A lot.
Do they still have the outstanding 4-H
Yes.
program? Have they announced those yet, or is that closer to the fair?
I think it's closer to the fair.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I think so too. Because I remember when I used to do things at the fair, that's when we would announce and talk about it. So, how many projects does it take to become an outstanding 4-Her? Do you remember?
I think it takes about 7 different specialties.
How much time do you spend on your projects that you're taking to the fair this year? Like, just say one. So then, because you're taking several.
Several weeks.
Several weeks. Yeah, and you're about ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
What does it take to prepare for rabbits?
For rabbits, well, for me, you have to breed your animals, and then once they have those, you raise the animals, and you care for them weekly, and you take their stats and everything, and you fill out your book, and then closer to the fair, you'll have a skill-a-thon, and then you'll get them tagged in at the fair, and then you'll show them.
Okay. Are there different classes, is that what I say, for the rabbits?
Yeah,
when you
there's
take
different
them?
weight classes.
The different weight classes and things like that. Because there are so many different rabbits. Is it the kind of rabbit as well?
There's
Are there
also
those kinds?
breeding rabbits, which you can show just for their breeds, and there's also pet rabbit.
Okay, and what are yours?
I take mainly New Zealand and Californian, and I'll take breeding and market this year.
Oh, so you are. Okay. Have you done market before?
Yes.
Okay. How is that? How do you get your mindset ready for a market project?
You just prepare it as well as you can, and just don't get too attached.
That's probably the biggest thing, because I would be a mess. I think I would be a mess. Well, and then some actually, you'll go to sell, and then they will pay for them, then you get them back, and something like that. Yeah. Can you use those projects again?
Yeah, you can breed them, and you then take their offspring to the fair the next year.
Oh, that's very nice. We're going to just hope that's what we do. I'm always a positive thinker. All right, so what does it take to be as a junior fair board
As a junior fair board member, it takes a lot of leadership skills and other aspects. At the fair, you basically run the shows. Every person has a different job, and we are the main point for the junior fair.
Okay. I know that 4-H members and FFA members, the most important thing is, of course, your projects. However, to some of us, it's the food. So what's your favorite food at the fair?
My favorite food at the fair would probably be a cattleman's burger, and then the milkshake stand right next to it.
Good answer on the cattleman's burger, because those are awesome. I haven't had the milkshake yet, so maybe I'll have to try that. Thank you so much, Gabby. Anything else that you want to share with folks about the fair this year, 2023?
Come out and support the exhibitors. They do a lot of hard work up to the fair.
Yeah, ask questions, because that's the greatest thing that you can do to help them to be prepared for when they are out there in the show ring, is to just know how to answer questions. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I have another 4-Her. It's Down Home with Tina.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Down Home with Tina is brought to you by these wonderful sponsors. I am so excited to have with me another 4-H'er. Her name is Jaden, and what school do you attend, Jaden?
I currently attend Hawking College.
Well, good for you. So this is your last year.
Yes.
When I hear that, it's like a bittersweet thing. You know, it's exciting for you, but at the same time, it's probably kind of like, but you know what? More doors, other chapters, right?
Yep,
that you gotta go through, and chapters to open things up to. What 4-H club are you a part of?
I'm with the Rough Riders 4-H club.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your 4-H club, will you please?
So with my 4-H club, we are mainly horse project centered.
Okay.
You can also take other projects through our club, but for those members, we mainly focus on horses, and our advisors help us like hone our skills throughout the year to prepare for fair.
How many years have you been in 4-H?
I think it's around 10 or 11.
10 or 11?
Yeah.
How many years have you taken the horse as your project?
10 or 11. Yeah, all of them.
All of them, yeah. So one is that I think the most challenging when it comes to showing and having a horse as a project?
So with horses, they are a big animal. They take a lot of responsibility and a lot of time. For me personally, to get them in condition, you have to at least ride 3 days a week, not including shows that you have, and then take care of them all throughout your whole time.
And you have to I call it manicure them constantly, right?
Yes.
Clean them and make sure that they're brushed. And how many hours would you say that alone takes? That's not even the riding time when it comes to that part of the care for your horses, for out in the show ring.
Oh, yeah.
Because that matters, correct? You don't want a horse out there with all kinds of mud and everything. I mean, the braiding of the mane and the tail and all of that, it's a lot.
Yes, it is. So for different disciplines, it'll determine what all critique you need. Like for contesting, which is like faster pace, doing patterns is what I do. You like make sure they're clean, but you don't have to like specifically get them all shiny and braided.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, you kind of just make sure they're ready to go. But for like Western pleasure or pleasure disciplines, you'll have to have their mane braided or banded.
Okay, I gotcha. So many different roles for different ones. How many projects are you taking this year?
Currently, I'm only taking the horse project.
Don't blame you. I expected that answer. I was hoping that was your answer, because that would be, I would think, the only time that you would have for it.
Yeah.
So what is it like being on the Junior Fair board for you?
So the Junior Fair board, I think it's a really good experience for 4-H members or FFA members to learn different leadership roles when it comes to the ins and outs of fair.
Because everybody that is in 4-H or FFA are not necessarily on the board, correct?
No, that's a separate application that you have to do and interview that you have to apply for in order to be in it.
What are you looking forward to this year at the 2023 Fairfield County Fair?
Every fair year, it's good. It's kind of like a family reunion in a way. And you get to talk to everybody that you really haven't seen throughout the year, and getting to meet them again, and just, since it is my last year, just soaking that all in.
Oh, yeah, because you have the newer kids and the really young ones that you get to be a role model for as well, and then those that you'll get to say la vie to at the end of it. Well, good luck this year.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing real quick before we go. Your favorite fair food?
Oh, okay. That's hard. There's a lot, but like mainly.
What's the one you eat the most? I guess. I mean, that's how I would have to break it down to be.
Madison's Fish Shack. Their like fish sandwiches are pretty good.
Yeah, those are it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have fun and good luck.
Thank you,
folks. Thank you so much for watching the show this week. I hope that you will keep following me. I always got some great guests, and who knows, I might have some more 4-H eventually. Hope you have a great week. God bless and good day.